Oh, damn, see, that's what I'm going. It's I'm just trying to get out. Safely get out of the way. Let's see here. And we are moving. Oh, it's hot. Let me turn that off. Oh my God. Oh, it's a lot of traffic still. For it to be a turkey day. Okay, I'm leaving the grocery store, heading home. And I wanted to try my live because I never get to do it because I don't really have a strong signal where I live. And I'm going to open the window just a little bit because it's a little warm in here. It's a pretty day. Such a pretty day. Hope everybody's having a nice Thursday. A nice holiday. Let's see here. And so, yeah, I wanted to come and try to use my live just for a little bit, just to kind of chit chat and tell you what's going on. Since I got time to right now, since I'm heading home and the live is actually working, because it doesn't really work so well in my house. It's like really choppy all the time because I don't have a strong signal because I live in the woods. And so, let's see here. I wanted to just chat about those boys, you know. This boy keeps messaging me, and he lives in Africa, and he keeps telling me he wants to come to the United States. So I keep telling him, because he's like in his 20s, thank you, and he wants to come to the United States, and he wants to do it through a fiance visa. So since I've already been down that road before, I ain't doing that shit again. Because I ended up looking like a fool, losing all kinds of money, and, you know, got my feelings hurt. And so I kind of explained all those things to him and told him, like, he should probably apply for school, or he could apply for the lottery visa, especially now that the Dems are coming back in January. It would be best for him to apply, you know, now, so when the Dems get in and they can fix all the immigration issues, his chance will be greater to come. Or he could seek out another, you know, person for his fiance visa. And even if he has a fiance visa, he has to have, you know, X amount of dollars in that bank account, otherwise he's not going to be able to go anywhere. I mean, I hate to tell him all this, but it's the truth. And so, you know, like, they always come on to my thing and they're like, oh, you're pretty, you know, I really like you, blah, blah. They don't know anything about me. And I always give them the rundown and just leave it as the Egyptian king, because that was my ex. And I always tell them, like, you know, hey, I've already been down that road. I ain't going down that road again. 50-day fiance, 30-day, 2-year, for me, 2 or 3 year fiance, or whatever you want to call it. And he's with somebody else with a baby and has a whole totally different career title than what he was telling me. So I'm by myself now, single. I'm happy being by myself. I don't have anybody to, you know, babysit or, you know, go home and try to, you know, figure out what your emotions are for the day and all that bullshit. So I just go home to my animals, and it's all smiles and happiness and love. So, and I like that. So I don't know what to tell you, sir. It just can't be me. It could be somebody else, but it can't be me. No. And he's a cute guy. Like, he's Moroccan. He's from Morocco. And he's young and he's cute. But hell, you could throw a dime up against the building and 100 guys look like him will come flying out same age. I mean, hell, you can go to Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt. Everybody is so young over there. Everybody's like under 30, and younger. Like, that's the majority of the young people in North Africa. So, little do he know, I know somebody in all those places. Same situation, same guy, still trying to hum those same tunes to the princess. And I done told all of them, now, hell no. Find your own way over here. You can't ride my coattails. I already been down that road. Got my feelings hurt. And so, maybe somebody's drunk. I don't know what's going on with that. And so it's just weird. Like, it's just ongoing. Like, I'm in the 50s club now. So while you young 20-something-year-olds keep coming over here telling me you want a fiance visa, y'all better find somebody else to play those games with, because I'm not the one. My ex, the Egyptian king, we call him, already told me what he thought about me, and that nobody else was going to want me because I'm too ugly and too black. I'm a cow, I'm fat, I'm this, I'm that, I'm all these things. After 3 years of being a princess, all of a sudden when the money ran out, whole personality change and the whole truth of what he really thought about me came out. So I have an imprint of that in my head. I'm not gonna ever forget that. And every guy after him, I just look at them like I don't believe nothing they say, because I already know. It's always the same bullshit. It's always another girl. It's always false hopes and false dreams and blah blah blah. Like, I'm 50 now. I don't even have those visions anymore. Like, it's not that serious for me. Like, my move forward is just to be alive another day and pay my bills and take care of my animals. And there's no man in the picture because I don't have time for, like I said, all the fake bullshit. Like, you don't, like he said, nobody wants you. They just want sex, he says. And I'm not good at sex, he said. It was like being with a man. So I'm like, oh, okay. So you must like men a lot. Are you gay? Like, oh, you couldn't be gay because you're over with this girl behind the scenes. So, well, what are we doing? Like, every single time it's somebody else. So why am I wasting my time getting my hopes up when, if you look like me, no matter how sweet and cute and this and that and blah, 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 how gushy you are, they treat you like dirt in the end anyway. They've got somebody younger than you, cuter than you, or somebody bigger than you, or uglier than you. But they're platforming them up higher after you've done all the work to share your life and get all emotionally involved with them. So I'm just trying to figure out why, what are you guys doing? Like, you can't play with people's lives and play with their emotions like that. That's wrong. You damage people. You hurt people. You're like, I'm already a hurt person, so why would then you come in and unload a plate full of crazy upon me who's already got a plate full? So you're piling a plate over of crazy on top of a plate of already crazy. So it's just spilling over onto me and making my life a complete miserable mess. And as if I want to be with somebody and be unhappy. Like, who does that? Like, I don't want to be with somebody every time I see them, they're not happy, they're frowning. Or if I have an idea or a vision or a dream or a thought or a song, they're smashing it out of my head, telling me, you shouldn't sing, you shouldn't talk, you shouldn't write, you shouldn't think, you shouldn't exist. Like, what the hell? So why are you over here with me then? Just to make me be a miserable person? Like, you ain't making any sense. So, child. The relationship situation with me is like, it's always a bunch of guys around, a lot, constantly coming around, chit-chatting and bullshitting and all that. But in reality, I'm like, you know, shooing them away like a fly, like, just go away, because I already know what the end result's going to be. Don't waste your breath saying all that stuff, because I'm not hearing it. Like, I can hear you saying it, but I don't believe it, because I don't know, I'm just exhausted with that kind of, repeat. What kind of job do you have? Or, you're really pretty and I really like you, and, will you be my boyfriend? You be my girlfriend, or however the hell they want to say the bullshit. And I'm like, I don't even know you. Like, I barely even know your name. I just barely said, you barely just said hello to me, and you're already proposing and throwing a ring in my direction. Like, who the hell does that? And everybody has seen 90 Day Fiance. I was one of them people. Like, I fell into a trap with a guy on the internet when I lived in Vegas. Believed all his bullshit. He had me on the internet 24 hours a day with him and his family, traveling back and forth to his country with them, and going through all of the riffraff, and after 3 years of divvying over all my money through Western Union and going in vacation and divvying over all my savings, and I ended up penniless, and he was married to somebody else. You married me, sir, and you married this Canadian girl over here. And you said you didn't even like white girls, but there you was with one, and she was bigger than me. So you said you didn't like me being fat, but you married another fat girl. Oh, but I guess since she could have a baby, then you decided, well, she's the better pick since all the money ran out with me. And the sex was really horrible with me, but we were having sex all the time, so no, sir. Such a nice person. So I just say all this to say, for me personally, I don't think about relationships and stuff like that. I'll chit-chat with guys and bullshit around with them online and stuff, but I got off of the dating apps. Like, I still have them, but I took them off my phone. I don't use them anymore because I don't believe anything anybody says. And we're living in a time now where they're just murdering these girls for nothing. Whether they're straight girls, trans girls, all of these girls are turning up dead by their boyfriends. Guys are shooting the girls in their foot, shooting them in their ass, and doing all kind of crazy, disrespectful things to girls who look and resemble me. So I'm like, no, bitch, I'm not finna date anybody. It's not that serious for me. I'm not good enough for you. I'm not pretty enough for you, no matter how much talent I have, no how skinny I am. I could look like a stick. I could look like one of those aliens with, ribs sticking out, and it's still not going to ever be good enough. I have been through the ringer with those types of situations, and I'm done. And I'm just so exhausted from guys constantly messaging me with that bullshit, because it's like, I've talked about this before. Go through my repertoire of videos on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest. I've talked about all of this stuff, and it's like they still keep coming. Like, they're just like Jurassic Park. I'm not kidding you. And I'm the fence, that electric fence, and them dinosaurs just keep trying to hit that fence, trying to find a way in. And it's like, no. I was in love with my ex, and so even though he didn't feel the same way about me in the end, I got crushed, crushed like a bug, regardless of the situation. And so I don't want that anymore. Like, that is not, if I try to get in another relationship with somebody and they do that to me again, that'll be the end of me, because it'll destroy me. And I don't either. I'm just throwing it out there. And so, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with all of that. And so I'm getting on my road. The signal's going to cut out, so I better stop and let this load up.